Hello everyone, welcome back to Artist Archives. My name is Nikki. I'm an actress, a writer and an educator. I use the word storyteller to encompass the different avenues that I work in. This is the series where I take you along some moments in the life. So in less than an hour, I'm about to have my first ever call with my audition coach, which is really exciting. I don't think I've had, is that fair to say? I've never considered myself to have an audition coach before. There's a distinction here. So I've been to acting classes where perhaps I've asked for specific advice on things. So I've been to an acting class, a Meister acting class for quite a while when I was at university, and then I remember I asked my acting teacher specifically to work with me on my audition pieces for drama school. So that was in a way an acting coach, but specifically an action coach is someone that you can work with at any point in your career. So it can be when you've got a big audition coming up, or it can just be that you want a one-on-one session to work on some text as practice for auditions, as general practice, so that you're continuing to work on your craft, so that when the big audition comes up you feel like super prepared. It could be career advice sessions, almost like mental sessions to make sure that you're feeling mentally prepared for the industry. It could be through a plethora of things, and recently I was thinking like, oh, I'd really like an audition coach so that I feel like I have someone that I can just immediately go to when I have an audition coming up. I just want to work specifically on that piece, because it's all very well and good to receive an audition and then just tape it and then send it and that kind of thing, but like also what if you just worked on it with somebody before, so that you feel like you've shown it to someone already, they've given you loads of feedback, all of that stuff. So yeah, so I contacted an audition coach. I think I can say their name. Should I say their name? I'm not going to say their name for now, but I contacted an audition coach. I'm not going to record the session, but what I am going to do is record, this part now, which is saying, what I'm preparing for it. And then also I'll tell you how I found it afterwards. But this is my first time that I feel like I'm like, okay, let me invest in consistent acting coach sessions. That all makes sense. It was kind of rambly, but... So one of the pieces of homework that he set me was to come up with 3 acting related questions, saying that no question could be stupid. So I'm going to write down my 3 questions now. I have one that I know I definitely want to ask, but I'm like, what are my other 2 acting related questions? Like, what is it? What do I want to know? Yeah, I don't know. Well, he played a very big character on EastEnders for quite a few years, and like, yeah, he's just been in lots of projects and worked with lots of people and things like that. So yeah, wealth of knowledge, loads of questions I could be asking. What do I want to ask? Water. Okay, so I would really recommend that you take time to journal about your creative practices, writing, dancing, acting, whatever it is, directing. I do that sometimes. I do that, especially recently. And I think in writing down these 3 questions that he asked me to bring to today's session, it really served as a springboard to some other thoughts. And I've realized that there are some things that like I can be really vulnerable about in the session if I feel like the space really serves that. And when I spoke to him on the phone, he just sounded so lovely, and it just made me think like, oh, the value of really having someone that I can be really accountable to and be like, these are things I really want to work on, and these are things that I know I'm doing really well already, and yeah, these are things that I'm like, okay, I'm happy with, and obviously like always improving, but like also these are areas that I really want to work on. And just having that vulnerability and being able to share that with people, I don't know, I started writing down some things and I actually got a little bit emotional, like a little bit teary, like, oh my gosh, I actually have some vulnerable things that I want to talk through. I know I'm being vague, and I'm being vague deliberately, but I hope there's enough detail in there for you to kind of like understand. Yeah, anyway, one of the things he said was like ideally to set up in the same location where you would be sending self-tapes, and that's because I told him like I want to have these meetings in order to prepare for future self-tapes. And so he was like, okay, cool, like when we meet, like show me your self-tape setup, kind of, essentially. I don't think I'm gonna do the whole thing, because if I did the whole thing, it would be kind of hard to talk to him because my laptop would be elevated. But I am gonna set up the backdrop and you can get like a good gist of like where I am. So, shall I show you? This is the backdrop, and you'll have probably seen it, maybe. I do occasionally set up in different places, but to be honest, like, I haven't really changed it for a while. I like it here. So I set my stuff up here, covering the mirror. I'm gonna put the camera down so you can, I want you to be able to see. I'll put you here. Move the coffee mug. You ready? It's about to go. Boop. Whoa. Oh, there you go. So there's two sides. There's a grey side and there is a blue side. There we go. So it looks like this. And then I'll usually move the stuff from behind, which I'll do now. So basically you can't see. It's just, I think it's the plants behind here. And then I basically shift everything here in front of here, and then I film like so. And then when you watch the tape, let me show you, it'll look like this. So you won't see anything around, but so this is kind of like what the background looks like when you send off a self-tape. Yeah. So this is essentially what the setup is gonna look like for this meeting. But, oh my gosh, I've never shown you my full self-tape setup. I'm gonna have to do that. That'll be such a fun video to make. But because basically, typically when I do a self-tape, I'll be standing up. I wouldn't have the chair there. I'd be standing here, and then I would have my tripod. I'd have this camera that I'm holding on my tripod. If I have a reader reading with me, I will elevate my laptop so that I can see them via like Zoom or whatever it is. They would be eye level with me. So you got camera. I'm gonna have to do this whole video, aren't I? Because this is quite, I'm trying to explain now. But anyway, so yeah, and then the tripod would be here, and then I would just zoom in, and you'd cut out all the corners, and then it would look somewhat like that. And then I'd have my light. I'm just laughing at myself trying to explain this. Lol, 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 lol. He don't know, so confused, what's it all mean? I want my own dream, so bad he's gonna scream. Na 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 na. A cornucopia of opiates is flooded his head. He's insane, all it takes. I forgot the words now. To ignite his bad intentions and do what he does, but stay your heart, don't be fooled. He was raised by the wolves. Da 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 da. Ah, wow, da. Many times, somewhere, somehow, I won't back down, caught in between. So does anyone know how to change this on your screen? So this is my sort of webcam. I just don't get it. I don't get it, because I want him to just see how it would look on a tape. But obviously you can see like the background. Like, I don't get it, and I would like to get it. So someone help me. I'm a little bit confused, and I don't know what to do. Wait, okay, what does this do? Come on, bro. Can you like focus? You know when you're talking, you low-key forget it's recording even though you're talking to the camera. So in the last 15 minutes, I decided to do some more research on my acting coach. I'm calling him this even though this is the first session. I haven't actually decided whether I'm going to commit with this, but I feel like I am. So I was like, let me just do some more research so we've got like topics of conversation, because I did it a while back, but I just want to refresh myself. And so just type his name into Google. He's so cute. He's so cute. Like, he's just like, just physically attractive. And I feel like I can say this because, you know, I feel like, oh, he was born here. Anyway, because I feel like if he does ever see this, it would just be at the point where like, we're good pals. And then I'll just be like, I would say it to your face. I think you're attractive. And what, you know, take the compliment, take the compliment. Yeah, so English actor, best known for playing Tid. All right, actually, what does that, is that? Hang on, I should know what the show. No, that's the singing show, isn't it? Yeah, all right, multi-talented, I see you. Cool, that's cool, that's cool, I like that. I like it a lot, I like it. You know, sometimes you just have to stalk people. Don't take that out of context. Okay, okay, professional research, not stalk, professional research. Oh, okay, that's cool. I feel like I did know this and then I forgot it. Okay, so I feel more like, I feel okay with my initial comment because he's been described on the internet as a heartthrob. So there we go. My initial comment is that, you know, it's an opinion that is shared, at least on some websites. So yeah, here we go. Stalky, stalky. Multi-talented. We love to see it. I'm really doing the most right now. I feel like I've got enough info to go off on. That'd be cool. Yeah. The acting session was really good the other day. They were more of an introductory session and get to know you session. I have this dilemma. Let me know your opinion on it down below. So initially I reached out saying like, I want someone. So he does audition classes. Basically people will go in week by week or maybe fortnightly, work on a new piece with him and just basically have a one-on-one acting session, and then obviously also bring their auditions to him when they get like a audition come through. And I initially reached out just to work on auditions. He kind of offers like consistent classes, essentially consistent sessions, but I was like, can I just contact you when I have an audition come up? But anyway, in the session, I think he might have forgotten, but the way he was very much speaking was as though we would have maybe a session once every like 2 or 3 weeks or something, and then also to bring my pieces. And I can definitely see the benefit, because obviously the more we work together, the more he gets to know me as an actor, I get to know him as a teacher. We build that relationship, and then by the time and then when I want to work with him on audition pieces, I can just very much be like, look, this is it, let's put this into practice, and we know each other's style and stuff. And it'll just feel, I don't know, maybe it'll feel more natural, I don't know, but basically I don't know if I should go back and be like, I just want to work on audition pieces with you, or if I take the time to invest in maybe like a monthly session with him. What do you guys think? I don't know, because initially I just wanted to like just go for auditions. I'll tell you why. Honestly, like, so it's for 45 minutes it's £45, and I was like, should I just save my money and like go to cheap acting classes that are not one-on-one but still acting classes, and then just have this guy as an audition coach? That was the initial plan. Or do I invest, because I do see the benefit of consistent sessions? What do you guys think? Comment down below. I am curious to hear answers on both sides. Look at how many books I have to read. Looking at this right now though makes me quite happy. I was trying to make it like, oh my gosh, I have got so many things to read, but like I am so pleased with these books that actually looking at this is making me feel quite joyful. This is a poetry book I picked up at the Stormzy Art Festival, the Murky Books Festival that I went to in collaboration with Netflix. Teeth in the back of my neck. Honestly, I bought this because I just thought it was so pretty. They gave me a free copy of this, which is chapter 1 of a book called The Situationship. I've read quite a bit of Boundaries, so I'm already making my way through this. This is a self-help workbook, so I'm just taking my time with it, so there's no rush. I've made my way quite a considerable way into Mastery, but I haven't finished it yet. Bought this last week. I read like the first chapter of it, it's really good. Haven't started this, but I also got this at the Arts Festival, and this is Mallory Blackman's memoir. I'm so excited to read it. Oh, we've got 2 memoirs, and then I spoke about this in the last video, so if you haven't watched that, go check it out. But again, I read like a couple of chapters of this on the day I bought it. Look at all these books, oh my gosh, we're working our way through them all. Maybe this week should be book focused and I can just tell you more about my updates with them.